What's happening, people? Welcome to another episode of the Everything 9000 podcast. We have got a very interesting topic for you guys today. We've got Amrit in the building, and we have a new face. Simrita, Sim. What should we say? Sim.
Sim. Yeah,
Sim's fine.
Sim. Okay. Sim's good.
Okay.
Or Simrita.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel for.
Do we need to explain how we know Sim?
You know what? I think I'm gonna call you Simrita because I've never called you Sim.
Go on then,
it's gonna be a bit,
Obviously, we know you from uni.
Yeah.
Good friends with your sister Har.
You are.
Yeah, good job she's not here, otherwise this podcast would be ruined.
I'm so glad she's not here.
Today, what we're going to be talking about is brown wedding costs, right? For me, that is something that is just on 9,000. I don't think there's any other industry right now.
It's the Wild West, is what it is.
That's booming, right? And I think it's interesting because obviously, Simrita, you've been married. Yeah, so you've gone through the whole process.
Yeah.
Amrit, you're getting married?
Yeah, I know.
Beyond my wildest dreams. Somehow you've landed someone that's willing to marry you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You know what? I keep dropping water.
Congratulations to you. Commiserations to her. Right. And obviously me, I don't have a clue about any of this. But, you know, the more I've heard, it's just ridiculous, like wedding costs, etc. So, yeah, man, let's get into it. I mean...
Asian wedding costs, by the way, yeah.
We're talking about Asian wedding costs, brown wedding costs. I mean, if you were to compare it to an English wedding, you're talking, 20 bags?
Yeah, I don't know. They can be costly as well, to be fair. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, if you get like it depends on like how much your budget is. Because I think sometimes like people are at castle and stuff, those are like really pricey, you know?
Yeah.
Like easily like 30, 40 grand sometimes.
I think you're talking the average though. I know a couple of people I used to work with, they told me about the cost of their weddings, etc. And really, they were talking about 15, 20 grand.
But I think also, if you just strip it back to the basics for a second, if you look at the vendors and the differences in prices, so for example, let's just look at makeup artists.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so if you look at...
I have no idea. So go on.
So if you look at brown makeup artists, you know, easily you're talking, you can start somewhere like £500. Easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Hair and makeup.
And what's that, just for the one day?
Just for the one day, just for the wedding day.
I know this is a bit controversial, but do you not think that's
ridiculous?
It's
that's what, 2 hours?
That's, probably a couple of hours,
£250 an hour.
250. But that's...
Not only that, that's like the very low...
That's the very minimum,
That's if you've never done a wedding before.
That's what a partner at a law firm charges.
Exactly.
Wow.
And this is just like a person who probably has never done one. This is the first time she's doing it or something, right?
So you have some who charge like grands, like literally grands.
Yeah. And I can't believe people pay that as well. Like
this is what you always see on Instagram, the MUA.
Yeah, exactly. So, but then this is what I mean. So if you compare that against a white wedding, they'll probably charge anywhere between, I think, maybe £100.
Really? For the what? Like, do you not think like in Asian weddings, like the makeup is like it's huge, isn't it? Like in terms of
but this is the thing, right?
But the bride looks like totally different. It's not always kept as natural. It's more like I don't want to say the word cakey, I don't want to say it, but then
but it's true.
Like you can never like that you normally.
No, wait. So what are we saying? Are we saying
like my sister when she looked like she doesn't look like
hundreds? No, wait. So are we saying girls are spending hundreds, if not thousands?
No, definitely
on their wedding day.
Yeah.
For their makeup.
Makeup and hair.
Absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt.
And not only that, but the Mendy's a bomb, you know.
Yeah.
I only find out these prices now because my sister just got married. And
she did literally like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then like I think it's cheaper in Birmingham, like in London, like the rates like my wife's getting and stuff, right, and my fiance. It's crazy.
Like £500.
No, that's like I think the Mendy was like £1,200 and stuff. So that's the cost she's getting.
Wow! Oh my god!
And that's just for one person.
So it wasn't like that when I got married.
Sorry.
So when I got married, it was around £200-300.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, that was very many years ago.
Like 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
That's crazy, you know. And like, there's no like sort of regulations. There's nobody like looking at how much they're charging.
I do think we're part of the problem because I think we allow it, and they know we're going to pay those prices.
See, this is something I was going to get into, right? We've all been there. I've been there. I've had I've gone for food with the boys. I've had this conversation like, oh, do you know what? Wedding, man, going to cost so much.
Yeah. Do
I really want to spend this, or do I just want to, put a deposit down on a house? We've all had that convo.
Yeah, 100%.
House is a classic example, in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then when we get there, the convo starts changing. It's because like I don't know if it's because all the friends start getting married, and then you're like, yo,
it's like subconscious, isn't it?
Everyone's, we are in this Instagram age now,
where
we constantly compare with other people's lives.
Everybody wants those highlight reels and stuff.
That's what it is. It's the show.
But we get sucked in.
It's the peer pressure.
It's
so weird, but
it's mad
Is
though.
there a peer pressure though? Because it's unspoken of.
Yeah, but it's us doing it to ourselves because you think, oh well, they had X, Y, and Z, so we also need X, Y, and Z, if not more.
You know what it is? It's this. We've had that when some of our friends have got married and stuff. The costs, they just spiral, man.
They do spiral,
one thing.
Yeah.
You know, for example, like Asian weddings, you do sharab, right? You have to bring your own sharab. That costs so much. That's like thousands of pounds there because you have to bring depending on average, how many people attend an Asian wedding on average? Probably about 300 to 500. I think 300 easy. Easy 300
for an Asian wedding. Easy.
Average. Like both sides on the wedding day itself, easy 300.
Right.
And that's if they kept it short, if they've kept it small.
Because this is a key comparative between English weddings and Asian weddings.
The number of people.
Not even just the number of people, the alcohol. It's a thing.
Exactly.
That you will have a bottle of Bacardi, a bottle of whiskey on the table.
Yeah. Exactly. And then you have to keep replacing them as well.
And that's every table, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, every table.
That's every table.
But I do think if we cut down the number of people we invited, you can still have such a bougie wedding, if you want to call it, for...
Okay, so this is the point now.
I think it's really
wait. Before I lose this thought now. Yeah. Okay, this is the thing now, right? So the expectations of your mum and dad or your mum and dad, the elders
are different.
It's different to ours.
Yeah.
So their expectations is they want to invite everyone from the village.
Yeah.
Everyone from down the street. Oh yeah, she met her at the Godora.
You know what? My mum was my sister's getting married. My mum was every person, the neighbours and stuff here, we're just going around telling them sorry about the noise, sorry about the car park and stuff.
Yeah.
We're giving out food and stuff. You know how you normally give food to neighbours and stuff.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah. But then my mum was like, I was like, Mum, stop it, man. Stop saying it to them,
Yeah, but then how do you deal with, because the expectations is they always want a big wedding for you, right? But now you know what? We're the generation that's realising we don't want to spend that money for other people.
For other people, yeah. Well, I think we're going to go full circle, to be honest. I think, so there was a time where big weddings were a big thing, but
when Bingley Hall opened up.
Exactly.
That was But
there's about 600 people in there.
600 people. But I do think we're going back and we're doing a full circle, and more of our generation are going to start having smaller, intimate weddings.
I think COVID was the game changer in that
huge,
sense. Yeah, because you realise actually you don't need to invite the whole village, right? Because
I know someone that married off 2 of his daughters during COVID because he was like, it's a godsend. COVID.
Yeah. I know.
That's peak.
Because you know what? You had 30 people in a goddoor and that was it, right?
Yeah.
No need to do reception, nothing like that.
But who would you pick? That's the other thing. 30
See, that's the thing, right? Yeah. When it comes down to this, we thought, when my sister got married now, we thought, okay, we're going to try and keep the guest list as down as possible. So my parents weren't keen on inviting everybody, right? But the problem is, because with our families and stuff, because culturally we're all close, as opposed to you invite your dad's cousins and stuff, right? Yeah, their families and all that. So you think, okay, well, if I invite that cousin's got 2 more brothers, and you got to invite them.
Where'd you draw the line?
Where'd you draw the line? Even though we could be close to one of the cousins, but not close to the other ones, but you still got to invite them because, And
another thing we don't do in our culture is RSVP.
Oh yeah, that's huge. You know what? I'm going to see
I know one of my boys now, he's obviously our age, he's our generation. They've done it different. They are literally hounding relatives.
Well, I did that,
right,
and it was so difficult,
right,
because obviously the whole concept is new to them. It's alien to them, first of all. And I had to chase up relatives, asking them for their RSVPs, whether they're coming, if they're not. And my parents were like, this is borderline disrespectful that you're chasing them. And I'm like to my parents, no, I need to know the number.
But the weird thing is, it's not disrespectful because you're paying per head.
Exactly.
No, but you say that but it doesn't matter because we realize, okay, you invite, this family's got 4 people are going to come. That family's got 5 people. That family's going to come, right?
But not necessarily.
No. But then the worst. This one I'm getting on to. But you think, okay, 2 people are coming, but they bring 5 people, right? It throws the whole thing out. And this happened to us. My sister's wedding now. We invited people, and then we didn't realize they're going to bring 2 more people. We had so many of that. We had to get an extra table at the Jago, right? Yeah, and then we had to get 3 extra tables at the wedding because,
or they just don't turn up.
Yeah,
I had people saying they will come, but they just don't turn up.
Yeah, and then
really,
I the way I got around it was I had a seating plan. And I said to my relatives,
you know what? They never work.
That caused
it's so much.
Did it cause drama?
Politics.
Because people wanted to sit on a certain
closer to the stage.
Oh,
this is all ridiculous, man.
This is like
all bullshit.
For your wedding. You're saying like there's drama because of this.
Yeah. And I'm being told this afterwards, right? I'm not there
Obviously,
in the middle of the drama.
Yeah.
I'm hearing all this, and I'm like, I literally went through with everyone, with everything.
You know, this is why white weddings, you got rehearsals. Can you imagine like Punjabi wedding rehearsals?
Oh my god, we could never.
It wouldn't work.
If we try the culture, they turn up for the JD and stuff, for the good food.
Yeah, you need to say alcohol's at this one too.
It will be like another party, basically.
It
will be like another jog.
You know, family politics is a good one.
But it's also like how much attention you've paid to that guest during their wedding. That's like a big thing.
Really?
Too. Yeah.
It's an ego thing as
You know,
well.
if somebody feels
Really?
like
this is all news to me now.
No, if somebody feels like they're at the back and nobody's like paying like
attention.
Yeah. That's
When you say paying attention, like what they want,
like you're as a family, you've not gone and spoken to them like or something like that, or like they
I think that's partially like, for example, like we did the rounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I think obviously they are your guests.
Exactly,
I think it's important to make your guests feel important to a certain extent.
but I'm spending thousands on a hall, giving you free food and drink.
No, you know what? I
And
know.
then I've got to do
obviously
rounds.
You do the rounds and you say hi, hello. You greet
hello,
everybody,
yeah.
But they should come to you.
They do, right? Like to do the sugan and the photos and all of that.
We'll get onto the second.
Yeah.
We'll get onto the second. That's a business, man.
It's such a business.
You know what? The first thing
hold
a
on,
couple
hold
do is
on.
count that money.
Hold on.
Literally.
Hold on, but you're saying you need to do the rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to, man. I
gotta
realised
greet,
I had to
meet
do
and
like I didn't even sit down at my sister's wedding for like a moment.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
have
sit down,
to.
and I didn't even actually watch the wedding. You know, we had the lines.
It just all seems backward.
Yeah,
You know
like-
what? It's really bad. You know how we have weddings and stuff. It's really bad because me, my mum, my dad, all of my other family from home, right? I don't think we actually enjoy the wedding because you just you know.
You didn't look like you enjoyed your sister's wedding.
There's always you have like 10 people trying to talk to you, like trying to ask something from you, and you're trying to manage it all. You have to be like.
I get that. That's general wedding stress.
Yeah.
But what is it that about dealing with Asians in particular or Asian weddings?
I think it's their entitlement and their expectations are a lot higher.
Then imagine you go to a white wedding, right? You've got seating plans. Okay, this is Simrita, this is Amrit, this is Aman, right? You go and sit there and you keep to yourself, right?
Exactly.
As in, like you have a chat amongst your table and it's calm. It's okay. You have a drink.
Opinions.
Yeah.
Our bande have a lot of opinions.
And opinions are ridiculous, man.
And then nobody sits in their seat. So, for example, if you've got a table here, all the budiya will want to sit together. And then all the bande will want to sit together because you'll have a table with sharab and you'll have a table without sharab, right?
That's true. The men do congregate around the alcohol.
Exactly.
And then it becomes like a mini little men's party in the corner or something.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
And then you have to take care of both. But then like people get up and leave half of the time and go sit somewhere else. We had so many like seats like that.
Let's go through some of these costs because I just want to. You know what? I want the viewer to understand the costs.
Okay.
I've got a spreadsheet from your wedding, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me load this up. Firstly, props for doing a spreadsheet because I'm not.
I've not done a spreadsheet. I don't think. No, we didn't do one for my sister either.
You know what? I needed it. I would have gone insane if I didn't have that spreadsheet. I feel like I would have gone insane.
What is on your spreadsheet, by the way?
It's like
are you like right to the bottom? Like
Yeah.
you can look
breakdown.
at it. Don't touch my iPad.
Okay, go on.
It's a breakdown of all the costs and everything. The vendors.
DJ, gold. Oh wow.
Okay, wait.
It kept me sane.
Okay, fine. Let's go for the big one, yeah. Reception party says here 12 grand.
Chateau Infinity.
That's 5 years ago as well.
That's
right?
5 years ago. And imagine, so the year after I got married. So when I got married, Chateau Infinity, I'd heard of it, but it wasn't that big.
Yeah.
Where is that, by the way? Is it
Droitwich?
It's really
okay.
nice.
Oh, is
It's
it?
nice.
It's lovely hotel.
I don't think it's
spa.
available anymore. Yeah.
So it's not. So basically, the year after I got married, they
Did you cancel it for everybody?
They saw that wedding, yeah. They were like, white people only.
No, so they increased their prices from 12 to 18 grand
Wow.
because they knew people were going to pay. They knew us Asians were going to pay.
Because it comes
That's just for the hall.
Just for the hall. And that's dry hire. So that's tables, chairs, hall. Like, you still have to get your own decor. You still have to get your own drapes, your own, like, if you want,
Really?
if you don't want standard chairs, you still have to go get your own chairs.
like, or you pay extra for like getting decorative chairs and stuff.
Yeah,
And what about food?
Food is separate.
Okay. All right, wait.
Dry, it's pure dry hire.
Okay, wait. I've chosen dry hire.
Yeah.
18 grand for the hall.
Yeah.
Right. Then I want decor.
Yeah.
How much does decor cost?
Oh, easy. I mean, minimum, we're talking like 10, 12k.
Wait.
For decor?
Yeah.
Wait, what does decor mean? Like,
So we're
some balloons and stuff. No, I'm serious. Like, what is decor?
Like drapes.
So like centerpieces, the main stage for the bride and groom, drapes, like table covers.
Right.
But that 12 grand for it.
And people go to the extent now where people have like, you know, those bougie dance floors. With
yeah.
You got a little smoke stuff coming out.
Well, no, that's with the DJ. But
I thought, you know what? Decoration, £2,000, like very, very top price. But 12 grand.
So that's a big hall as well. Let's not forget. It is size dependent.
Yeah.
So if you ever saw Chateau Impany, but it's like
just a standard hall.
It was like a classroom. Like,
oh, is it?
Yeah, it was very basic. How much did it say for decor? Because this is 5 years ago. Let's remember.
Decor 7,650.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hall only, that was though.
So that's 12 grand plus 7. So that was like...
That was 5 years ago.
19 grand you paid for the whole with the decoration. Then what about food? That was separate then?
Food was separate, yeah.
Catering is not $5.5 grand.
Because this is not like an Asian hall, right? So this is not it was like more like a Gora thing, or...
This was
yeah.
Oh, so
it's not an Asian. So you can. So for example, like Supreme, Conference Banquets, they do packages.
Yeah, food. They just give you like per plate things.
Yeah. And imagine this is main day only. Let's not forget we've got Joggur, we've got Mendi, Sangeet, tent at home.
You know, like catering at home for your wedding. What we did for my sister's wedding was we like had obviously the tent in the back garden. And then we just had like, you know, like my mom, my masi and my pua were doing the cooking.
Yeah.
Like all throughout the week, we fed the guests at home. Like we didn't go like bring anybody in.
So we did have 2 ladies as well.
Oh,
But that
everyone
was
has
more
that.
like,
Everyone's got them ladies.
Like, exactly. For the bonding.
I don't know where they come from.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, like for the bonding.
You just give them like a day's wage, and stuff. Yeah. That's actually not too bad.
Yeah.
But with ours, because it was at home, my mum, my pua and masi managed it all.
Right. Wait. We're still on costs, yeah?
Yeah. There's like so much to unpack.
So we got decor.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We got the hall. We got decor.
Yeah.
We've got catering.
Yeah.
Right. Then you've got videographer and photographer.
Oh, that you know what?
That is the biggest cost.
You know what? Though that is the Wild West, man. I'm telling you. Like, I phoned up a few people right here because I was trying to get like a videographer for my wedding and my sister's wedding. So this one guy in London, like, he was like, Faji, I'll do this for you, yeah? Crane leke aunge. I was like, what the fuck? What am I watching crane, man? He's like, drone shot, crane shot, idda pure karunge. I was like, okay. Like, how much is it? He's like, but this will only be videography, no photography in this, right? And I was like, okay, cool. Like, tell me like what the quote is. So obviously they tell you everything. They don't tell you the price straight because you're gonna cut the phone in it. Like the minute you hear it, because that's what I did. $8,000. He goes, I'll give you a discount. I won't do it. $8,000 for the day. And I was like, does that include like obviously the pre-wedding stuff? It's like, no, that's like £3, 350 per hour
extra,
right? For each time you get like you have them at the Gurdwara for your party, you have them at the Manya and stuff, right? Jaggo and all that, right? Yeah. So he's going to charge £350 per hour for that. So that could be like the whole day. And then $8,000 and no photography. And then, oh man.
I'll be honest with you. So when I was getting married, for me, photography and videography was very important. Once the wedding's over, it's all you have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Those
so
memories,
it's the value that you're attaching
for me,
to that service.
100%. For me, it's sentimental.
And you know, the wedding photos, that's been a thing since day.
Since day.
The photo album, that's what Uppany do. We got the massive photo albums.
And then the video as well. And
in present day,
VCRs, remember those?
No, but this is what Uppany do. They take the video DVD and they give like 20 of their relatives a DVD. No one watches that DVD.
No one watches
No, they do. You know what? My mum, like all my cousins have been married. The moment they get married, my mum literally watches them straight to finish. Like,
I think that's that generation,
family dependent.
That's that generation, then.
Yeah.
I would never watch that.
So I
wouldn't watch the whole thing.
I've watched my own twice.
Really?
Imagine, and I've looked at my album.
When was the last time you watched it?
Oh, we're talking like 3-4.
You watch it the moment it comes in.
The moment it comes, and the moment
because that's the most exciting part.
Wait. So are you saying now you regret the money spent on videography, photography?
Okay, so for me it was the sentimental value that I placed on it, right? But in present day, people spend more. So do you want to just read out how much mine was?
Okay, so videography you spent $3,000.
Yeah.
Photography you spent $3,000. So $6,000 total.
So $6,000 in total.
Right. Wow.
That's the going rate nowadays.
Yeah.
No, it's not the going rate. That's way much higher from the quotes I was getting.
So, but that's what I was going to say. In present day, but that's because there's so much more emphasis on like social media and like reels and like everything you can do now.
Yeah,
but you know, don't
people
forget,
get
like,
those
this
like
is
trailers and stuff made
exactly.
now. Yeah.
Like,
and sometimes the costs are double because the groom side got their own and the bride's got their own as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Was yours like together or like?
No, we had it together. So, but this wasn't for pre.
Bride side and groom side have different.
Sometimes in India they do.
Well,
in India they do. In India you've got like about 20. You know, in
India's different, bro. That's
you know, on the wedding day in India, you've got like about 40 people to do the videography and like the cameras and stuff. It's so mad.
Okay, but let's stick here. Right?
Okay, go on.
I've never come across that, and I hope people don't do that because
that sounds weird. Is that what you're doing?
No, that's
what you're doing, isn't it?
No, for my wedding, no. We've done it together. We actually got a really sweet deal for mine with the videography and stuff.
Much?
So today's day and age. My sister and me, we've got the same guy. Turned out my sister's father-in-law knew him from like 20 years.
Of course he did.
Right? No, they live across the road. Literally.
I'm not even doubting it. I know they did.
They live across the road, and he's known him for about 20 years. So he's seen Rav grow up.
Right.
So he's agreed to do both mine and my sister's wedding for 4.5 each. That includes really photography, video
for all the days.
All the days.
Oh, see, that was just wedding day. That cost was.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had to get separate. Videography and photography.
And then like, so this, they're 4.5, but this is split between two, so bride side, groom side, and even for me, bride side. So it's about $2,000.
Wait, this is just another question I have. Obviously, I'm the guy that knows fuck all about this, right? Bride side, groom side, are costs generally, are they split down the middle?
Generally, well,
not in India.
Giza, allow India, man. We're talking about the UK.
No, but I think it depends on. I think in the UK they do mostly. So like my sister,
you're making her pay, aren't you?
No. My sisters, they split it, and like my brother-in-law said, like we'll split it in the middle.
We split it as well.
Yeah,
so that's the thing, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But you know what it is? But there is a culture. I think this still happens in the UK. There is a culture, like in terms of like the whole everything like that. It's the girl side that pay.
And the guy side only pays for the DJ.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Let's have it.
No, absolutely not. The feminist in me is coming out. No,
but I believe in equality.
No, but you know, in India, it's a huge culture.
Women
like,
work
it's the
hard.
bride side that
they should pay too.
No.
Pamper me.
No,
but you know what? In India, the culture is the girl side pay the whole wedding and stuff.
Yeah, but we're not for that.
That's what
we're not in India. We're not talking about India. We're not.
Additional photography, it says here, 2,650.
Yeah, so let's say $8,000 in total. Let's just round it to $8,000.
That's a lot of money, man.
It's a lot of money. Agreed.
That's half of
what did you get for that?
A starting salary in the UK.
So
$10,000 is
videography.
Like you've got to work 6 months.
So I got DVDs, obviously, which I need to get converted.
Which are in the bin.
Which I need to get converted.
Into USB.
So they're worthless right now. Okay.
So I do actually have USBs for some of the events.
Right.
For the main day, I got a trailer, as well as obviously the raw footage, as well as the
like you've got that 5-minute they go on YouTube, like there's so many of them on YouTube. I've seen it, Asian wedding highlights.
Mine's not right. Got and the photos, that's it, digital images.
I actually do photography, mainly photography, not much videography, but I'm obviously, I do photography stuff. So I know what's up, right? Not in the wedding industry, but I'm just talking from a photography point of view. I don't know, man. I feel like in the wedding industry, you don't need to be insane to charge insane money. Like, this is insane money. Like, in non-wedding photography, if you charge these rates, you need to be.
But you know what? Okay, look, on the other side. But if somebody's willing to pay you $10,000, why are you gonna go in and only accept $1,000? You think about it now.
The problem is us.
And I said that at the start, didn't we? But also with my photography and videography, like I did a lot of research, and they were then me anyway, like one of the best in the game. And
right.
And like at the same time, like if your employer offered you like $10,000 rise, you're not gonna not accept it, are you?
Of course.
Exactly. So I think it's their job. I get that aspect, but it's still like it's crazy how much you end up paying.
And a lot of my pictures went viral for that time.
Right.
Oh really?
Yeah, like they were on like Shadi Saga website. Like I don't know if you guys know these websites.
Oh, I have no idea.
So they're like blog posts.
Oh, okay.
Like wedding blog posts and stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
So it created a buzz in the wedding market.
Exactly. So it was on like Shadi Saga. It was on wedding.
I know some people that go for that.
Really?
That they want their wedding video to bang, so that it goes on YouTube.
Yeah, and I was one more for photos. I was one of those.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
This is a key question. Did you always want a big wedding?
Yeah.
Right.
Do I still now? Probably not. No.
Right.
Really?
If it was to happen again,
I
would still want a beautiful wedding.
Yeah.
But I would not have
the big fat Indian wedding, but not necessarily that.
Like
the big fat India wedding. We might just call the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I would literally have the same, probably a very similar wedding.
Yeah.
But for 50 people. just nearest and dearest.
So you said you'd want a so what's the difference between a beautiful wedding and what you had? Like, how is that different now?
I think what she's saying is it was beautiful.
Let her answer the question, bro.
That's fucked because you just saying so you're trying to.
No, that's how she termed it. She said
you're terming it
wrong. I did term it like that. Maybe I didn't term it correctly, but.
Everyone knows what you mean.
Yeah. I did have a very beautiful wedding.
Yeah.
Just want to clarify that.
But she's just saying it at a smaller scale.
But it was big and beautiful.
It's not that deep, bro.
No, isn't it?
I think in the future, if it was to ever happen again, I'd want just the beautiful. I don't think I'd want the big. And that's not to say I wouldn't still spend. Like for example, videography and photography wouldn't still be up there for me because as a person I haven't changed. Those are still sentimental for me and they still will be. But would I have like 300 people, 400 people at my wedding? Let's also caveat that a lot of those people were from my parents. Not necessarily for me.
But you know, like your friends and stuff, you think, okay, you said like you'd have 50 people, right? Yeah, your friends alone will like add up to 50 people, I think, sometimes.
Do you think?
You know,
I don't think so. I think the older you get as well, you have less friends.
But you know, I counted my friends only, right? Like the ones that are invite, and I think they will turn up, right? And it was at like 28.
Wow. You know what's interesting?
It's because you're a popular guy, man.
No, it's not like that, but like, okay, for example, if I'm in Inamo, obviously Jasmine's going to come as well. It's not like friends get married and stuff, so their partners are coming too.
So their partners, yeah.
And then
it does get harder. But you know, for example, I don't know if you guys know, there's an influencer, you probably won't know, she's a makeup artist, she's quite big in the makeup game, and she recently...
What's her name?
Tangi.
No.
So she got married. I didn't think, that's why I didn't bother saying it.
Right.
So she got married like a year or two ago, and... she had her wedding in the Ritz.
Oh.
And
Whoa. Now we're talking.
So,
go on.
And she's a Muslim, so she had a walima and a nikah. And she was only allowed to invite 10 people. Well, there was only 10 people around that table in her walima or whatever it is. I'm not entirely sure, so I just want to... This is just going off her social media.
Yeah.
And there were like, I think it was her family and 2 or 3 of her friends. And when I was looking at it, was such a beautiful, intimate wedding. But when I thought 10 people...
Wait, for the whole wedding?
Wow, as far as I know.
Like at the Ritz?
At the Ritz, yeah.
That must have cost...
a bomb.
Wait, she booked the Ritz for 10 people?
Well, yeah, that's where she had her wedding.
But isn't it going to be like huge? I don't know, I've never been to the Ritz, but I've
been, yeah. So it's like, I think she had it inside. I mean, I don't think she booked like a room.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I've never had a wedding at the Ritz. I've been to eat.
But the point was that you would know how to whittle it down to 10 people.
Narrow it down, exactly.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to list, right, just some of these costs now so we can just round off the cost bit of this podcast.
Yeah.
Cake, £550. I wouldn't spend more than 20 quid on my cake.
I'm not being funny, but people charge like $4,000.
Yeah, I got calls like $3,000 and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not, man. I'm just going to go like cake box and get...
How much did yours cost?
We haven't ordered it yet.
It's alright, you've only got 4 weeks to go. A lot of time.
What are you doing? You've got 4 weeks to do it.
Invites and cake still to do, yeah? We'll find out what else is still to do.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, no. I'm really watching this, man.
Alright.
Yo, don't release it before my wedding.
I don't know what this is. Raj Table Menus Monogram?
Oh, so I had... it was like a big cutout of like me.
Oh.
And
Jesus Christ. Okay.
It wasn't just me, it's like the bride and groom.
Right.
So it was of us two.
Right.
And it was like at the entrance and it was like next to our... It's just...
£700.
You know these little...
Is that worth it?
That was £700.
She didn't remember that.
Wait, so you had a cut for £700 of YouTube?
Yeah, but there was more than just cut. So it was on the menus. It was also on like the thank you cards.
Oh
so it was like our
little touches,
logo.
basically.
Yeah.
I went to a wedding once. It was COVID wedding, and they had the tissues. It was like Kieran and Indy's wedding. That was quite nice. I took a tissue home.
So it was all the little touches.
Yeah.
It was £700 for the lot. Let's just...
Okay.
Wait, so how much are you anticipating your wedding to cost?
About 10 grand.
Never gonna happen.
No, it is. I'll tell you what.
We'll get to his. And do you know what?
It's never gonna happen.
How many people do you have to give suits to?
Oh, my God.
Everybody, man. Fucking hell.
I can't even give you a number.
You know what? Like I kid you not. It was like it was as big as this table, man. It's like a big bundle, and they just put it up. You load it in the car.
But why the?
It's ridiculous. I think we are the generation to scrap it.
It's called.
I think we will, man. I think we will scrap a lot of things. You give a suit to who, and what do they say? Like, why? What is the reason for that?
So firstly, my mom will give suits to like my buwa, my masi, judgy, mummy, etc. Yeah,
right.
And then to the men, she'll probably give money or
a shirt,
I've seen a shirt, or like bug, whatever.
Yeah,
right. And then there's.
No, but what's the meaning though?
No, the meaning is it's like I don't know the true meaning, but it's called manotna, right? What it is, like you give a gift to everybody that comes to your wedding. In the sense that,
so for a boy's wedding, it's called like badai. So it's like
a celebration.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So but you do it for girls as well, like
So and I don't know the meaning behind for the girls, but I know for the boys it's like a celebration.
So do we take these like cultural traditional norms, too far, and just like maybe. You want to give it to your aunt, or maybe your mum wants to give it to her sister or her brother.
Not only that, but like if you give it, for example, now, so you give it to one person, then the expectation becomes you've got to give it to somebody else as well. Like for example, if in a family you've got 5 cousins, you can't just give it to one of them. You've got to give it to each 5 of them.
Yeah.
And so it just adds up.
Yeah, because £1,000 on suits—that's a lot of money, man.
It's a lot of money.
And you know what? That's back then as well. Now my mum went to India. Me and my mum went to India, and we spent about $2,500 on suits and stuff. And that's like like in rupees and stuff, and it just happens.
That's
like takes days. Bro. We literally went, and it was days and days of shopping. And you just gotta you know what it is. You gotta like.
And they rent you as well because they know you're from the UK.
Yeah, no, not only that, but you've got to stock up. So my mum had to buy some extra ones on Soho Road, like as a last minute, because some more people came. She's like, "Oh shit, I need to go suits them." So
is it worth going to India to get these suits when you can't just get them from Soho Road?
Not from what I've seen in India.
Because you're spending £700 for a plane ticket.
No, more
to
than
then to save £10 on a suit.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that's personal preference for me. So even now, my brother's wedding just happened, and I went to India.
Both of you had siblings getting married on the same weekend.
Yeah.
Which is why I went to some events for both.
Yeah.
I wasn't busy doing anything else.
So I still chose to go to India. So because for me, it's if I'm going to spend, let's just argument's sake, £100 on a suit here, in England.
Right.
And I'm going to spend £100 on a suit in India. I know, because I have the knowledge, that the kapra, the embroidery, what they've done for the suit in India is a lot better, and it's value for money.
But the suits from Soho Road come from India.
Exactly.
No, but it's like.
No, but this is what I mean. Like, so you're like, no. Check this.
Hold on, Amrit. We just unlocked Simrita's brain, she had this delusional wave that these suits are coming, they're getting made in hands of Park.
No, they are coming from India, but...
They're not coming from Leicester,
we know that, but it's...
No, they are.
No, it's firstly, fashion. Fashion in India is obviously ahead, right?
Yeah,
is it?
In terms
I don't know.
In terms of suits and stuff,
of course
like
it is,
Asian
right?
wear, of course it is.
Yeah, of course it is.
Really?
Yeah. So why am I, for me, because I'm into my Indian fashion, I'm into my suits, my saris, my lenge, I'm not going to spend that money here because I know I'm going to get something a lot better, value for money, if I go...
I don't think it's the case, because I've been to those suit shops and stuff with my mum, and you know what, they just
give you cups of tea.
How much do you know
no, but they're
about suits?
No, but like, what I'm trying to say to you is you easily...
He wears his fair share of suits.
Yeah?
But you go into one of those shops like you spend the whole day that you walk out having spent about £1,000 in pounds, and that's in pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you could easily do that here, like, and also like she wanted to order like bridesmaids dresses for her, like bridesmaids, right? Yeah. So this guy goes to them. This is on Soho Road. And he goes, "Pen, you have to do it before, like about a month in advance, because what they're gonna do is get the kapra from Kolkata, right? Then they get it sent to Delhi, where they'll sew it all together, right? And then from Delhi it gets made in Delhi, and then it gets sent to here.
But
what's the point of you having to go? You're gonna end up spending the same amount of money on that same suit in India, but you've actually made a trip to India.
So I think for me, it's a level of personal interest as well, because I'm into it. I naturally know more
interest around it, but. Generally, people do it without the interest. Because it's become a thing. Like, let's go India, get suits.
Yeah.
And not only that,
you make a trip out of it.
Yeah. But then, like, you also get like, the manga stuff and all that stuff. But then you get that from Soho Road.
But you can get that from here.
You can get everything from Soho Road.
You can get everything.
Or London equivalent, Southall.
Yeah.
But okay, one cost that isn't on here. How much did your outfit cost?
Oh yeah.
You forgot to add that to the spreadsheet.
That was off spreadsheet. That was not budgeted for.
All in all, it was £5,000.
Fuck!
Guys,
$5 grand.
$5 grand.
Okay, but guys, can we 1 second?
Wait, is that just the like everything, or just on the day?
So that no, that's just the main day.
Is that meant to like no? That's just the main day.
No, but that's a designer piece, though, right? No, but this is a designer.
What was it, like Sabyasachi or something?
Shimano and Bhumika. I was going to go for Sabyasachi.
I don't know who these people are.
No, Sabyasachi's like huge, man.
Yeah, so it's like
Sabyasachi. Yeah, it's a sick name to be fair.
And Shimano and Bhumika are also very, very big.
I don't know who that is, but
okay, well, they're huge as well. And I did end up on their Instagram page, so
right. Okay.
But
see, this is what happens. You get caught up in the hype.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
$5
You
grand.
do. But that's all in all. I did have 2 outfits, all in all.
Okay, so that was for 2.
Yeah.
What's the normal cost though for someone?
So I think
that doesn't want a designer.
Oh, easy $2 grand.
Yeah.
You know,
like
minimum.
My sister got 2 lehengas and stuff from Soho. 2 lehengas. We were like, she got those, and then I can't remember, but it was a lot.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know why I think that's a waste though? Because you're not going to wear that again.
Yeah. So
have
for
you
me,
wore that lehenga again?
No,
For me, I would spend money on like a nice Tom Ford suit.
Yeah, because you're going to wear it again.
I'd wear that again.
Yeah.
But you say that. I've had that, my theory about that. So my Sherwani, I went to Soho to look for my Sherwani, right?
Yeah.
And I told them this is what I kind of think I want. Yeah. And they said to me...
Did you go to Aston's? Where did you go? I went to
a few of them. I didn't get it from here, but I went to a few of them just to check the price and stuff. And like I told them, I went with an idea in my mind. Like this is what I want. I want like, obviously, I don't want it to be like too decked out. I want like kind of like soft colour.
Yeah.
But not too much embroidery and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of simplish and plainish. But then I wanted like, the under thing, like the narkly style.
Yeah, that style.
Yeah.
Like Maharaja.
So I went for that, and he was saying to me, "But you'll be about £1,300-1,400." I was like, "Are you mad?"
That's standard.
I know that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but that's
I was like, "No, fuck that." Then like ended up getting mine from India, from Bombay, and it was much like they haven't told me how much it is. I keep asking, but it's not £1,300 though. It's like under like about £400-500.
In fairness, I wore my reception outfit again. Because it's not like your full shebang red.
Yeah, like not red.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly. So I wore it again. And I've made saris against the blouses, right?
Right.
So
you're trying to repurpose it.
So I'm trying to repurpose it. Yeah. And also, in the future,
but you know that dress,
blessings, I could pass it on to my daughter, right? I don't know if she'd wear it.
Yeah.
But there's sentimental... I would never get rid of it.
Really?
Sentimental value.
But like, where do you keep it? Is it just in your cupboard though? Like?
Yeah, it's in my loft.
It's in your loft. There you
go.
In a black
bag. But anyway, right. Wedding cards, 200 quid.
Yeah.
That's like the cheapest thing.
That was from India.
Yeah.
And I had scrolls as well.
All right.
Oh, really?
Decent quality ones.
So very quality. I found a very good deal for that, to be honest.
Yeah. Ladoo chocolate sweets, £300. That's the boxes you give at like the party. Yeah, Thanks for coming.
You can buy my car with your dress.
So it's not enough that you just fed everyone. You've just given everyone unlimited alcohol. You've given them a DJ, music. You need to then send them away with a box of ladoos.
How much was that? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
£300.
300.
Really? That's not too bad.
That's all right. That's.
What about seasoning and stuff? All that, like in the shanli. That must have been separate or not.
So these are unwritten costs.
Yeah.
That comes into unwritten costs. Yeah. This is just a bulk. Coach is £900.
Standard.
Marquee was £2,000. Yeah. Juggle venue was £2,000. So this is the party you have 2 days before the main party.
Yeah.
Okay. And then wedding planner, £400.
Yeah, I needed that.
Right.
And that was...
Oh, wait. Wedding planner? Yeah.
But I did the planning myself. I would call her a wedding...
She'll pay her, but she doesn't want to give the credit to the planner.
I would call her...
How much
I'd call her a coordinator. She was a coordinator.
Right.
So for the day, right? Because she didn't do the planning beforehand, but I needed a coordinator for the day because I wanted things to run on time. I didn't want to be involved in any of like
the stress. You want to enjoy your day.
I want to enjoy my wedding day, and she took all of that on. So I was like, £400 for you to take all that on. Happy days.
Wait, what did she actually do then?
A lot of money.
No, but what did she actually do then?
So she obviously makes sure everything runs. So whilst we're at the Gurdwara, for example, she makes sure all the vendors have arrived, are setting up, everyone's
timings, everyone doing the mill lead, we got to be done at this point. We got to go now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, really? So your relatives were okay with...
Essentially, it's everything you did at your sister's wedding.
And but you didn't even get to enjoy your sister's wedding.
Would you pay someone £400 for that? To take the stress off.
So you could enjoy your sister's
But you know
wedding.
what? There would still be another 200 jobs to do, even if I paid...
No, but there'd be 200 jobs less.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so would you pay it?
That's reasonable, but not £400. That's still like a daily rate. If you imagine like somebody's going to charge you £400 for a day's job.
But yeah.
What do you get, man?
£400 a day.
No, but like gifts, cakes, like, you know, all those little things. She makes sure like she gathered them all, the guest book.
But not £400.
I'm not done with costs. 3 more costs.
Oh, bloody hell.
Mocktail bar.
I don't know if I want to carry on with this.
Mocktail bar, £400.
I wanted that for the reason of... Shall I tell you why? No, the personal reason. So I don't drink alcohol. Yeah. So my wedding was no alcohol, no meat.
Wow, that's why you would have been a lot more.
Exactly. So, but I wanted to offer an alternative to show people you don't need to have alcohol in a wedding to have a good wedding.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, now rate that.
That's good.
Yeah. Photo booth, £400.
You know the photo booth,
Is it one of those like...
It was a peer pressure cost.
Yeah, it's one of those...
And you know what? Today, you know what's become a peer pressure? Well, I don't know, but...
360 booth.
Yeah.
We had that my sister's Django. That's actually sick, though.
But so back then...
But I hated watching yours. Because you thought you looked cool, but you didn't.
It looked sick. I was on their page. I ended up on their page. I ended up on their page. Yeah.
That's wicked.
You lot are.
That's cool.
I don't know. Oh my god.
You know what? Of all people, like the elders loved it. Like my chache, my mum and pua went on it, and it was so cool to see that. Like them, so cool. And
that's quite cool.
You had something at your sister's wedding day. There was basically there was a proper photography set up. They had loads of props. And they took professional photos. How much did that cost to bring them down?
Bring them down.
Yes, it's for them to come down.
I think that's what I mean. I'm at Singh events. It was like $2,000 in total, but they did the Gurdwara as well. And then they set it up at the wedding day itself as well.
Yeah.
So
But it was a nice touch because we've walked away with a photo memory now, professional photo.
Oh, that thing. Yeah.
So I had that. So basically, the photo booth took 2, right? One for them to take away, and one for
the
us.
book.
Yeah, the book.
See, but we none of our close families were in the book because we never actually got a chance to go.
The thing is, right? Like today. I actually quite like the 360s, the whole dancing. It's like a vibe.
That was one thing I would say justified because it was actually fun, and a lot of people.
But how much did that cost?
It was, I can't remember. I don't know that one. I actually don't know.
Whereas the photo booth for me was a bit of a peer pressure because everyone was having a photo booth
at that moment. I remember it was
like a thing back then. It was like, oh my god, photo booth.
About 3-4 years.
I don't even care for it now, to be honest.
But now it's the spinny thing.
It's the spinny thing.
Yeah.
We're not done with costs, so
what else could there be? Flip it up.
Crane for videographer.
Wow.
£500.
Yeah.
You got a crane?
Yeah.
What was it just for one shot though? Like how many shots did that crane take?
I don't know. I'm not a videographer, right? But they said they sold a good game. Yeah. They said it was necessary. Now I'm not into.
But you can't take the crane inside the Gurdwara or the hall.
We had it in the hall and we had it in the Gurdwara.
I can't even picture a crane. I don't even
inside
know
the Gurdwara. How do you get a crane inside the Gurdwara?
Yeah. We had it.
Unless Christopher Nolan comes up to me, says, I'm going to make you look like Batman, and I'm bringing my crane and crew, I'm going to say, fuck off. I would rather spend 40 grand on a Porsche.
On a Porsche? which will lose its value the minute you walk. The minute you drive out.
Your wedding lost its value the day you walked out. The next day.
But everyone enjoyed.
The minute you walked out the hall. Come again.
Nah, on a car.
At least I've got it the next day.
No way.
And then all those guests that ate that food, half them were like, "Nana kache sige."
Everyone raved.
Opinions.
Opinions.
Opinions. Brown. You can never please brown people.
Yeah.
So you spend all this money. You can never. What's some of the worst things you've heard?
Me?
You said naan kachesi.
No, I didn't actually. No, to be fair,
the food,
we've had guests calling after the wedding and they've said that they enjoyed the weddings. Well, I don't know what they say to your face and behind that.
No, obviously they're going to say that to your face.
No, but you know what? We, touch wood, everyone did rave about the food. And my dad, he's a chef. So he was very particular about the food from day one.
Well, you always get these these comments from Auntie, man.
To be honest, I didn't hear anything. The only thing I kept hearing at my sister's wedding, I had even people text me, my own friends, bring a bottle of JD. Oh my god, the whiskey, it goes, man.
Well, here's one we heard. My sister heard. We went to the Bart for your sister's wedding. We went to the Bart. We were in the Gurdwara hall. An auntie came down, she sat down. This wasn't an auntie that was invited. This was an auntie that was just coming to the Gurdwara. And she came and she was like, oh, okay, is it a wedding? Oh, okay, right. Oh, okay, whose is it? Yeah. Oh, it's over there. Oh, chal theek hai, yeah. Ajkal ta, 10 saal baad divorce kar denga. It's complete irrelevance.
So your sister heard that at my sister's part? Yeah. No way.
Yeah. So that was that comment then. And it's just irrelevant. Like, why are you talking about divorce and it's just an unnecessary comment.
Wow.
Another one you always hear, you always hear. Yeah, like what she was wearing, or nakkapadasi, innit?
I'm gonna get that at my wedding then.
Oh my god!
Don't you hear these, man?
Yeah.
And like obviously food is standard. You always get complaints on food,
or you'll get a munda zada sona.
Yeah.
Or like
comparisons
of the bride and groom.
There was a couple of them at my sister's wedding, but I'm not going to say it because
you don't want to.
Man.
No.
I hope she's watching as well.
No, but everybody was like...
She's going to talk to her auntie about this podcast.
No. Everybody was commenting like how nice Gopi looked and stuff, man. So that was pleasant.
Yeah.
And but yeah, you get all these sort of comments all the time, man. You can't
please brown people. You can't please every brown person for sure.
So then, is it worth it? Why are we spending thousands of pounds?
People remortgage their houses.
Just to pay for the wedding.
Just to pay for the wedding.
But that's actually fucked on another level.
But this is what happens. Like the day after you're married, you're left with this debt. And with people that aren't happy.
You know, in India, people like remortgage a Jameen and stuff, man. They sell their Jameen.
But I think that's different. Not that I think it's right, but I think that's different in the sense that a lot of them have like...
No, but Jameen is your livelihood though, man. It's like...
I know, but a lot of dads, like they've got more of a traditional mindset, right? And for a lot of them, their daughters, and let's not forget dowry in India as well. Like a lot of them, for them, I just want to get my daughter married off, married off. We don't have that here, because daughters go and get education.
Yeah, exactly, and they work anyway.
They work, exactly.
So it's more equal footing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
What is it going to take to break the cycle?
Us,
I think.
It's us.
So like with my wedding,
never do this.
We're not. So for my wedding, I always didn't want to do a big wedding anyway. Like I never saw the sense in doing them.
So you've cut out one cost in the fact that you're not having a party on the
reception.
You're not having a reception.
Yeah.
I think that is
the best thing you can do.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, I was really, really hoping before I got married, before I even like met my wife, like I had that in my mind. I don't want to do a reception afterwards because I feel like I never believed in it too much.
It's the biggest cost.
Not only the cost wise, but I just didn't believe. Like know, like the Ananda Karaj itself. I think it's like the sanctity of marriage.
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of like
take away from it.
You take away from it, but then that, you know, in India the culture is that gets pushed aside. Only a few people go to the Ananda Karaj and stuff, and they just go to the party. So the focus is always on the party, not the Ananda Karaj itself. So I'm like really lucky that the girl I met kind of like she agreed to the. She had the similar thought. Okay, let's not do a reception, right? So we're just doing the whole wedding in the Gurdwara like and stuff, and then. So the Gurdwara, it's at Gravesend. Beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. You know, when I first went to the Gurdwara, I fell in love with it, man. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Have you been?
Yeah,
it's so beautiful, honestly. Like,
it's a mission to get there, though, man.
It is a mission.
Are you doing coaches? I hope so.
We're doing a coach.
Yeah.
A coach. Yeah.
I've been to a wedding there. Yeah. A couple of my mates have had their wedding there last year and the year before, and beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful.
Even the way you know that the downstairs hall, the way they decorate and stuff is beautiful, man. It's really beautiful.
Nice. And you know what's nice is that on the ground floors, etc., there's actually like sort of paintings, drawings, information for you to take away. For
weddings and stuff, they have a caterer that brings food in. It's not they don't cook it, the Gurdwara. So they have a contract with like a Pacific caterer, I think.
Right.
And so they told us, so here's the number, you need to phone them like a month before your wedding. So we should be phoning them now, to be honest, to confirm.
That's number 3. Phone the caterer.
So you've not sorted your...
He hasn't sorted his cake out. He still needs to send his invites, and he also needs to phone the caterer.
So we said, Max, so we got one of those, you know, there's a big Darbar Sahib, the middle one, that holds like apparently like 500 people.
Yeah, easy.
But we've got there's 2 on the side, smaller ones, so we've got one of them on the side, it's 250 people at capacity. So we've given him 250 as a number, right, as the max number, but it's not going to be 250 people, but we just want to err on the side of caution.
Oh, so it'll be less?
Yeah.
Right.
I think probably end up being about 100 from my side. It'll probably about 60 from her side, 60, 70. But it's still...
That's a very small wedding.
I think so. I still think... you know what it is? I said, like I said, with my sister's wedding, you invite 2 people but 4 turn up. So I'm fearing the same for mine. So we're just going to give them the max number 250 to the caterer as well. And the max cost for the Gurdwara, that includes the food and everything. Everything included chai pani in the morning, $4,000.
Wow.
The videography and photography is like 4.5.
$4,500.
Yeah. And now...
wait, you 2 are splitting the cost?
Yeah.
So it's going to be $10,000 each?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's going to be about $20,000 in total?
I think so. But then, like, I didn't want to do, like, a Jabgo hall, but my dad and my mum and my sister saying, no, we have to get, like, a hall. I wanted to do it in my sister's garden, like, in my sister's garden. And the other thing I'm, like, insisting on, I'm not having, like, meat or sharab at mine as well.
It's a big cost.
Yeah, so I'm cutting... Yeah, so I'm not doing that either.
At the juggle party?
Yeah, I'm not...
But okay, but what about the fact that most of your relatives will want that?
Yeah, but I don't give a shit. I don't drink. I don't eat meat.
Yeah, that was my viewpoint.
Yeah,
as well.
like, you know what? We in our family we've had like a version of wedding before as well. Like,
so maybe this is examples, you know, short examples of us breaking the cycle.
The barriers, yeah,
exactly. Like if my uncles drink, yeah, good on you, man. Like you're not getting at my wedding.
Yeah,
like, you know,
100%,
like
100%. I was the same.
They'll comment. They will. One of two things will happen. Either they'll comment, or they'll go to the car park and drink.
Yeah, but then
100%.
Their prerogative, man. Like, you know what? Do it if you want, but not doing it at my expense, innit?
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
Oh, so you don't mind if they do it then?
No, I do mind if they do it, but then like I don't think they will. I don't think anyone's.
There's only a level of control you can accept, right?
The only reason I didn't want to do hall as well, because you can still get beers and stuff from there. I don't want people paying for their own beers and then be like, oh, you know, should I pay? You know, because you know somebody's gonna say that.
So then you don't want to hear the comment. So is there a side as well that we are too worried about people's comments?
No. The only comment I'm worried, they can say, oh, there was no sharab and stuff. Okay, yeah, I don't care about that. But yeah, say it. But then what I don't want to hear them is come back to my parents and say, oh, you know, because it's not about me. It's about like your parents, innit? The wedding.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to say that, oh, ini, you know, munde da died da kita. Like, you know, those comments and stuff. Big paise nahi khate walk and you see it. See, it comes to your parents, not you. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But I don't want those comments to come back about my parents to use those things. Yeah. So that's why I'm not keen on inviting too many people as well. Because I know my closest family members, obviously they know the sketch. They're not going to say anything. But if I invite like, you know, like cousins and stuff, like second cousins, third cousins, you know, those comments are going to come.
Right.
So that's why I'm keen on not getting a hall for the Jago. That's why I'm keen on getting about 40, 50 people in my sister's garden for the Jago as well. But my other big cost is the coach. I was getting quotes for about £1,400, but we managed to book it for £800. Coach, main thing, 49 people, and has a toilet as well. That was the main thing I wanted because it's a long journey.
That toilet is gonna get so rinsed out, man.
Oh my God.
We were discussing.
Nah, but then, you know what? Like you being bintang and stuff.
I would avoid a toilet on a coach.
Yeah, same.
No, but you don't want like
can you die quietly?
No, but sorry. And then what's the other big cost? That's it. Like I don't think there's any other big costs.
Wow, I can't believe you're actually doing your wedding in 20.
Yeah,
you're finessing it, man.
So there's these three things. I don't want to say on camera because it'll ruin the surprise for the bride. But
ruin it.
No,
come on, man.
No, go on, do it.
Unless you edit this bit out.
No. If you're watching, stop watching now.
No.
She can stop watching.
No.
She can press pause.
No.
Come on, say it.
There's three things. Go on. It'll be max, or for all three things, it'll be max about £1,000.
What?
Come on, man. Just bleep it out.
You're being such a bitch right now.
Nah, because I don't want to ruin it for her, man.
She can stop watching.
She won't. Like she won't. To be honest, she probably doesn't watch these anyway.
Okay, so go on.
Nah. So I want to get a band about Jankodi, right? And then because that's like I keep saying she's asked me loads like, are you gonna get that? I was like, no, I'm not gonna get that, but I'm gonna get it. And then the other thing is this is like I thought it's probably gonna cost about £100, maybe £200. When we come here home, I'm gonna like one of my mates I play football with. He has 2 tractors. So I'm just gonna like bring the bride home from the end of my street to my house on the tractor.
Oh, that's sweet.
Be right back. I'm just gonna throw it, man.
No, as in like, you know, the family's in my blood in it, so it's who I am. So
he's not impressed, but I am. That's
no,
sweet.
That's
very
like,
sweet. Very sweet.
So that's the only thing I'm gonna like spending money on. But that's what me and her.
I just think
that's your choice.
Yeah, I just think you're a lot more disciplined than I was when I was getting married. And I was very young as well. I was 23.
And you know what? I'm lucky.
You don't know.
Yeah, you know, in the sense, I'm really lucky.
You're 33, right?
Nah, as in like only a few people are coming from her family, okay, so it's only like, you know, you can't bring the whole 200 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm lucky in the sense that most of my family's here, but all of her family's in India.
Yeah.
Actually, I was going to close the podcast off, but that's actually reminded me something we could discuss. What about if you were to go to India? Do you reckon you can get a wedding cheaper?
Yeah.
So I was actually very, very keen on getting married at my nanke in India.
And I originally wanted to get married in Rajasthan.
Right.
Oh wow, that would have been. I don't think that would have been cheaper in Rajasthan.
Probably not, but well, I don't know. It depends what kind of wedding.
I wanted to get married at Mapenda, but you know.
I have a lot of family in India that I would have loved for them to attend my wedding, but they didn't and they couldn't. I mean, it was the first wedding in the house. My parents, I did want a destination, but they were like, "No, we want to do it."
I reckon you're talking a lot more money for a destination.
You know what? My mum talked me out of wedding in India as well. Like I wanted to get married at Mananke because you know, if you had a Morsab,
yeah,
Morsab is where the 5th Guru got married. So it's right next to our pen, and I wanted to get married in that gurdwara as well.
But then I want to get married in a gurdwara as well, because I don't believe in bringing Maharaj out.
That's a whole topic.
That's a whole different topic. That's a whole different topic.
But anyway, man, look, I hope this podcast was informative for you. If you've not been married yet and you're thinking, what the fuck, then this podcast was for you. If you've been married and you're regretting your £5,000 suit, then this wedding was for you. Or if you're finessing a wedding on the cheap, then this podcast for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop a comment. If not, you're a waste man. Okay, bye.